Most people only know about North Korea because of the nuclear threat that they pose, but today I'm going to be covering the lives of people in North Korea and the atrocities that they face, like government control, food shortages, and prison camps. My first topic that I'm going to start is the government control. In North Korea, there is no freedom of religion. In fact, most people in North Korea worship the dictator Kim Jong-un like he is a god, and they worship any dictator that is currently in the dictatorship like a god, not just Kim Jong-un. Most foreigners, when they come to North Korea, have to bring flowers and put it at the feet of a statue of Kim Jong-un in the capital for good luck in their trip in North Korea. There is also no freedom of its expression. They have 12 different haircuts that they can have, and most of the time Kim Jong-un does not even have one of those haircuts that are on the list. There's also no free media in North Korea. There is some news, but there's 4 websites that you can even get on in their internet that are news, and that's the only websites that you can get on that is completely controlled by North Korea. And if you do have internet, your computer gets checked once a month by government officials. There are also no movies and there are no TV shows that you can watch in North Korea. In fact, a lot of the people that get sent to prison camps in North Korea are from smuggling in movies and TV shows or watching them illegally on their computers. Also, only one of the ways to get in North Korea is to have a media pass. And with those passes, if you take a picture of something or record something that you're not supposed to record, you get sent to prison camps too, which leads me to my second point, which is prison camps. This is Shin. He was born in a prison camp. There is a 3-generational rule. For example, if I commit a crime in North Korea, I'll get sentenced to the prison camp, and then my children will be in the prison camp, and then my grandchildren will be in the prison camp. And that's the only way for the family to get free. So if I commit a crime, then my whole family gets sent to the prison. Even if they don't even know me, they'll go and get as distant as relatives as they can find. He doesn't even look as his parents. He just sees them as regular people. He says today that he doesn't even know what the word love means. In the prison camp, one of his classmates that he had a teacher. The teacher beat his classmates to death for hoarding pieces of corn. He also had to watch executions and had to have brutal torture against himself if he messed up any single thing in the prison camp. He actually had one of his fingers cut off. There's not really any footage of the prison camps. They do have footage of the top of them that they got from drones, but that's about it. The only way that you can find anything out is from personal experiences of people that have escaped North Korea. And then again, you can't really believe everything that they say because a lot of times they cover stuff up because they don't want to relive the torture. So a lot of people believe that it's worse than that they say it is. There is also, which leads me to my third point, which is food shortages. In the mid-1990s, there was the worst food shortage where 3.5 million people died in North Korea, and the reason why there was a food shortage was because the Soviet Union collapsed, and the Soviet Union was the main people who supported North Korea. And there was also economic misconduct. There's rations in North Korea, and in that time in the 90s, it went from 380 grams to 300 grams, and most of the time in your rations you will not find any meat or dairy or any actual nutritions that you actually need. Most of the time it's just rice and potatoes, so just carbs. A lot of them lack their essential vitamins and nutritions that they need in a day. Their land is not good for farming. Most of it is mountains, and they do get a lot of money donated from other countries for food, but a lot of it is not spent on food, it's spent on resorts, which is the economic misconduct. North Korea surprisingly has a lot of resorts that tourists can go to if you want to visit North Korea. A lot of the resorts, like this is one that was recently built. It looks like a ski resort that would belong in like Norway or Sweden where there's a lot of snow. They are mostly empty. Mostly the only people that you would see in these resorts are not North Koreans, but tourists. Even if you see any, most of the people that work there are North Koreans. There's actually a lot of food in the resorts that you can find, and even in a resort you have to have 2 tour guides, and they cannot leave your side unless you are in your hotel room. also two defectors that got me interested in the one that I already mentioned, Shin, that grew up in a camp and defected, and then her name is Unsung Kim, and they defected. A lot of these people, not a lot of people escape North Korea, but there is some. It takes usually around 10 to 16 years to fully escape North Korea through different tries. Not really anyone has escaped on their first try. She actually is the person that got me mainly interested in it. She escaped with her mom and her sister. She has a book called 1,000 Miles to Freedom that is a very good read. She escaped through China and got sent back to North Korea because China and North Korea has a rule that they made that's a law that if they catch any North Korean defectors, they'll send them back to North Korea. She ended up escaping back into China, and then she lived in China and then went through another country and got sent back to, and then she got sent to South Korea. And these are all of my works cited. Thank you.